Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host. Just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona, and hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Monday, January 26th, NBA and college basketball slate. So with the weather over the weekend, we got a couple early NBA games and a couple college games here on Monday as a big Monday, little light on the schedule side of things, but let's go ahead and get started. Hopefully you guys had a great Sunday as well. So trying to keep these shows going here on a daily basis. Like I said, I do appreciate everybody's patience with some health issues as well. But all of our episodes here on YouTube brought to you by Outlier, the world's #1 sports betting app. You can get a 7-day free trial in the comment section or on our YouTube channel page. And also our Discord channel is available for all of you out there as well. Get all of our bets early. Get bonus material, bonus bets that we don't put out for the public, like UFC, WNBA, Formula One, golf. We don't put that out for the public, just the basketball, baseball, and football. So when you get all those, get our unit sizes, get everything that we do. Even when we don't have a show, there's going to be stuff in the Discord. Make sure you check that link out in the comment section or YouTube channel page. All right, let's get started. College basketball is where we get going. Is we got a few games that we're on. College basketball-wise for Monday here, the 26th. We're going to start off with Duke. Louisville is going to be the early one that we're on, 7 o'clock Eastern time at Cameron Indoor Stadium. Duke favored by 7.5. Louisville coming off nice win against Virginia Tech. Duke's been rolling. They're 7-0 in the ACC, 18-1 overall. Cameron Boozer, couple back-to-back 30-point games as well. The Dukies have been playing well. Still not covering monster numbers here, but I think they got more than enough firepower to beat Louisville here and cover this 7.5 number. And that's kind of where we're headed here. Duke -4 in the first half, -7.5 for the game. Next game we're on, Ohio State. We get a little Big Ten action. And Penn State. Ohio State favored by 12.5 at home in Columbus against Penn State, who's 0-8 in the Big Ten, 154.5 total here. Ohio State's not been covering a lot of numbers, but Penn State is really bad. I understand Penn State has covered, I think, 4 out of the last 7 on the road, but I just don't think the 12.5 here is enough. So we're playing the Ohio State here -6.5 first half and 12.5 for the game. And then the Big 12 matchup of the night, Big 12, we got that big Monday. Arizona, #1 team in the country, 20-0, 7-0 in the Big 12. They traveled to Provo to play BYU. 5-1 in the Big 12 is BYU, 17-2 overall. They've got the Super Frosh and Dosimo. They've got some excellent players. Arizona does as well. Kobe Pete as well. This is going to be an interesting battle. So the line was Arizona 2.5. It's moved to 1.5. Obviously, some sharp coming in on the home team there. BYU is not an easy place to play, and not even going to think that it's going to. This one's going to be a battle. I think Arizona, though, has enough fire. They got the offense, and I think they're better defensively than what BYU can provide. So should get some easier buckets as well. We do like Arizona. We're going to take the 1.5 out of play. Just play money line first half, and then money line for the game. Now let's get flipped over to the NBA as we do have some early games. Like we mentioned, we've been dealing with some weather and all this jazz. So they've been moving a lot of games around. And then obviously the Minnesota games have been a little wonky as well with everything going on there. Hopefully everybody is safe and sound with the weather and what's going on up there in Minneapolis. But 1:30 Eastern time frame in Atlanta, State Farm Arena. Pacers on the road against the Hawks here. The Hawks 8-13 at home. They have been just putrid at home, to say the least. Pacers come in. Injury report here for this game here. Quentin Jackson, Benedict Mathurin are both game time decisions for the Pacers. Risasher, Porzingis, both out for the Hawks. Lately here, Hawks coming in, have won 2 in a row, but they did lose 3 straight before that. The Pacers did get a win at OKC and maybe the upset of the year. Lost 3 straight before that at Boston, Philly, and Detroit. They continue this road trip here. I don't know how the Hawks don't get this done. Now the Hawks and the Pacers played once earlier this season at the end of October, and the Hawks got a 20-point win on the road. Now they're at home. The number's kind of low here, and it's just because the Hawks have been so bad at home. Only 5.5-point favorite, 232.5 total. We're with the Hawks here and clenching our teeth a little bit, as like I said, they've been that bad at home. Hawks minus 1.5 first quarter, 3 first half, 5.5 for the game. Aaron Nesmith, 5+ field goals. Aaron Nembhard, 8+ assists. Walker Alexander, I apologize. Jarace Walker for the Pacers, under 7.5 rebounds and assists. Luke Kennard, 3+ rebounds. Walker Alexander for the Hawks, 4+ rebounds or over 3.5, depending on where you're getting your number. Kispert, 2+ threes. And Kispert, 10+ points and rebounds. I am curious to see if Atlanta's going to let Kispert go as we get closer and closer to the NBA trade deadline. I don't know where the Hawks are headed, but I don't know if Kispert fits in those long-term plans. Same thing with CJ McCollum. I'm not sure where he fits in there as well. I mean, obviously, they're excited with what they've seen with Walker Alexander, Dyson Daniels, Jalen Johnson. Okongwu's had a good season. Not sure if they're ready to shell yet. The Porzingis thing hasn't worked out for the Hawks, as he's been injured a majority of the season. So he's been out more games than he's been in. Obviously, they trade Trae Young away. Going to be interesting to see if the Hawks make any moves here towards the trade deadline, getting rid of some players, but we shall see as that one comes along. All right, next game up, 3 o'clock Eastern time. 76ers in the Hornets in Charlotte at the Spectrum Center. Hornets, 3.5-point favorite, 227.5 total in this one. Wow, okay. And that's being the 76ers, 24-20, 12-7 on the road. Hornets 18-28, 8-13 at home. Hornets, though, played well as of late. They've won their last 2, 3 out of their last 4. Knocking off the Wizards at Orlando was a big win for them. They did have a turd where they only scored 87 points against Cleveland, and then also at Denver getting a win. 76ers come off that loss to the Knicks. It was a tight one there. They did beat the Rockets the game before at home. They 2-2 in their last 4. They beat Indy before that. The big news injury-wise here is Joel Embiid. Guess what? He's not going to play. Paul George, he's out as well. For the Hornets, game time decision for Colin Sexton. Mason Plumlee's out. KJ Simpson out for them. So Hornets have started to play a little bit better. Still don't understand any of their rotations whatsoever. In this one, the total has went up from 226.5 to 227.5. So Embiid and George are both out, so we expect Maxey to be a monster player in this game here. The 76ers are kind of tough to figure out overall because this in and out with Embiid's not really helping much. When Embiid's in there, the offense centers around him, and when it doesn't, it centers around Maxey. But we do like what the 76ers do when Embiid's not playing. So 76ers +1 first quarter, +2 in the first half, 3.5 for the game. Brandon Miller, 30+ par, points, assists, rebounds. Tyrese Maxey, 30+ points. Bridges, that's Miles Bridges, under 23.5 points and rebounds. VJ Edgecombe, been a nice piece this year, but under 17.5 points. Maxey, under 3.5 threes. He's not hit 4 threes in 8 consecutive. Oubre, under 1.5 threes. Good plus money on that one as well. And Andre Drummond, under 7.5 points. All right, then we'll get to the night schedule. 7 o'clock Eastern time over on Peacock. Magic Cavs in Cleveland at the Rocket Arena. Cleveland favored by 5.5. Can somebody please explain what the hell the Magic are doing? Wow. Franz Wagner out again. For the Cavs, we got game time decisions on Hunter, Sam Merrill, Luke Travers, Chris Livingston, and Darius Garland is going to be out. That Garland injury, I think, is really taking its toll this season on the Cavs. Surprised they just didn't sit him longer to try to heal this up before they came back. But Cavs 27-20, Overall, 15-11 at home. Magic 23-21. They had been disappointing to say the least, but dealing with a lot of injuries. It was Paulo Banchero out for a long time. Now Franz Wagner's been out for a long time. Magic have lost 3 consecutive games. They just did lose to Cleveland at home. They lost to Charlotte in embarrassing fashion. They got beat by over 20. And then lost to Memphis. All those games at home, normally where they're pretty strong, they've lost those last 3 consecutive. The Cavs have won 3 straight, 4 out of their last 5. They, like I said, just beat the Magic. Sacramento, Charlotte in a game where the total came in at 180 and some change. Did lose to OKC. They got pounced in that one and then beat the 76ers on the road. They're only favored by 5.5 here. Kind of a light number, I think, but it's just because the Cavs have been so inconsistent. And I think the inconsistency for both of these teams is what's going to drive bettors nuts, including ourselves in this one. But we do like the Cavs in this particular spot, minus a 1.5 first quarter, 2.5 first half. There is still some spots where the Cavs are 4.5. Highly recommend, if you like the Cavs side of things, to get there. Mobley, 9+ rebounds. Evan Mobley, 5+ points in the first quarter. Tyson, 15+ points. Tyson, 23+ par. Jarrett Allen, 9+ rebounds. We'll go back to Tyson again for 2 more plays. 2+ turnovers, 5+ rebounds for Tyson. We're also going to play Anthony Black, 3+ turnovers. And the most underwhelming player in all the NBA, in my opinion, Wendell Carter Jr., under 7.5 rebounds. How are you this tall and this big and you can't get 8 rebounds? It's kind of like Wemby being 8 foot tall and can't get 10, 11 rebounds. It's just craziness, and more craziness for Wendell Carter Jr. All right, next game up is going to be at 8 o'clock Eastern time frame on Peacock as well. Blazers, Celtics in Boston at TD Garden. Boston favored by 8.5 to 24.5 total in this one here. As we get on this one, Boston, a little bit of craziness going on here as of late. We'll give you the injury report first. Malise Thibault's still out. Chris Murray's still out. Scoot Henderson's still out. Duke Breith's still out. And Robert Williams is going to be game time decision for the Blazers. Queta still a game time decision. Josh Minott also game time decision as well. The Celtics, interesting road trip. So they lose at Chicago. It took double overtime to beat the Nets on the last 2 games. And then if you look at Detroit, another road game before that, they lose that one as well in a close one. They did beat the Pacers by 15 at home. They've been solid at home. They're 13-7 there. By the way, everybody thought the Celtics probably wouldn't make the playoffs. Have we looked at where the Celtics are standing-wise? Oh, my God, is that Eastern Conference bad? In that one there. Just crazy that they are where they are seated currently in the Eastern Conference. Blazers come off that loss at home against Toronto, but before that, 4 consecutive wins against Atlanta, Lakers, Sacramento on the road, who they seem to always dominate, and then also the Heat. This one here, I know the Blazers going to have to go cross-country, start off this road trip, send the Celtics back home. Celtics for us in this particular one, laying the 8.5, 2.5 first quarter, 4.5 first half, 8.5 for the game. We like a lot of Drew Holiday in this one for player props, just to give you a heads up going back against his former team. 1+ rebound in the first quarter, 2+ threes for Holiday as well. 11+ points and 6+ assists, and then 15+ points and rebounds and 4+ field goals. So very Drew Holiday centric on the player props for us. Derek White, under 23.5 points and assists. He has really struggled to score here the last few weeks. They even gave him a couple days off for rest. Sharp, under 30.5 par, points, assists, rebounds combined. Jaylen Brown, quite a season for him, but when you're taking 30 shots a game, it should work. 37+ points and rebounds combined. Derek White, under 2.5 threes. Peyton Pritchard, 5+ rebounds, decent plus money on that one as well, to get on the Peyton Pritchard rebound train. Amazing. He can get 5 rebounds a game, and he's like 2 foot tall. Wendell Carter Jr., being 8 foot tall, can't seem to get 7. Somebody please figure that rebounding is about effort. And when you don't put no effort in, you don't get no rebounds. Pretty simple, I guess, self-explanatory there. Lakers and Bulls also at 8 o'clock Eastern time frame in Chicago. Lakers small favorite here, 1.5. 237.5 total at the United Center. Lakers coming off that win against the Mavs on the road. They, 3 out of their last 5, 3 out of their last 4. They did lose to the Clippers. Did beat Denver on the road, Toronto at home. And the Bulls have won 4 straight. That surprise win against Boston. They did beat the T-Wolves in Minnesota. They did beat the Clippers who came to town. And Brooklyn, who everybody should beat. But they went 1-1 in that Brooklyn stint, so don't think it was anything terrific here. Bulls 15-9 at home. They're all the way up to 23-22 overall. Lakers 27-17, 15-9 on the road. Injury report-wise, Austin Reeves still out. Jake LaRavia, game time decision. For the Bulls, Trey Jones out till February-ish. Zach Collins going to be out till maybe March as well in this one. So kind of what we're dealing with on the injury report-wise. We do like the Lakers here. They seem to put a few things together with when Austin Reeves out. So Lakers money line first quarter, first half in game. Kevin Huerter, 3+ assists. Kevin Huerter, 13+ points and rebounds. Luka, over 17.5 rebounds and assists. Vucevic, 7+ field goals. He should get a lot of opportunities down low because DeAndre Ayton's not going to play any defense, right? And then we're going to get to Luka under 3.5 threes as he's really struggled from make 4 threes in a game. Josh Giddey, 7+ rebounds. Kobe White, 3+ turnovers, even though we know damn well that the Lakers don't play any defense. Next game up, also 8 o'clock Eastern time frame, Grizzlies, Rockets down in Houston. Rockets 10.5 point favorites here, 222.5 total. Injury report-wise, it's the MASH unit here for the Grizz. John Morant obviously out till after the All-Star break. Aldama's a game-time decision. Ty Jerome's going to be out. Scottie Pippen's still going to be out. And Zach Edey might be gone for the season. We don't know yet. For the Rockets, Steven Adams out. Not Drew Holiday. How about Aaron Holiday? Game-time decision. And Van Vliet obviously has been out for the entire season on that one there. Rockets have played pretty well. I mean, Grizzlies are not anything spectacular, but the Rockets have been really tough at home at 15-3 at home, 27-16 overall. The Grizzlies 18-25, 8-11 on the road. We do like the Rockets cover this one here. We'll give you that number, give you those bets we've got there. Rockets -2.5 in the first quarter, 5.5 in the first half, 10.5 for the game. Cam Spencer for the Grizz, 13+ points. Amen Thompson, 17+ points. Cam Spencer, 3+ threes, good plus money on that one as he's getting a lot more game time. And when he does, he typically is going to drain those threes. Eason for the Rockets, 2+ threes. Coward, 6+ rebounds. He's kind of struggled a little bit in the rebounding department here as of late, but expect a little bit of rebound here. Cam Spencer, 23+ par, points, assists, rebounds, and Cam Spencer, 20+ points and assists. We'll get off to the next game here. Warriors in the T-Wolves at 8 o'clock Eastern time frame as well. No, I'm sorry, at 9:30 Eastern time frame. My apologies about that one. On Peacock as well in Minneapolis. Let's just put it to you this way. The last game between these two was on yesterday. 111-85 win for Golden State. That might be the worst offensive game I've seen out of the T-Wolves. What the hell were they doing? 85 points. Come on now. You're supposed to be a contender for the Western Conference. The Warriors just lost Jimmy Butler. They're well below 500. Hell, they're barely winning 35% of their games on the road. And you get beat by 26 at home? How do I put this? God awful. Warriors get that win. T-Wolves lost the last 5. Golden State, they got trounced. Lost at home to the Bulls. Lost on the road to the Jazz and the Spurs and the Rockets. What the hell is going on in Minnesota? is the question of the day. Injury report-wise, just Terrence Shannon for the T-Wolves game time decision. Kuminga's out, Seth Curry's out, and Jimmy Butler's out. So what do we think here? How the hell is this total at 232.5? That's my first question. I guess they expect a lot of shooting progression from the T-Wolves. The T-Wolves they've scored in the 120s a couple of times, but that was a few games ago. We don't expect a monster output performance here from the Warriors. Only way we saw to play this one was go way under, and that's what we're going to do. So under 59.5 first quarter, 119.5 first half, 232.5 for the game. Moses Moody under 17.5 par points, assists, rebounds. Ant-Man under 9.5 points first quarter. Quentin Post under 9.5 points, under 3.5 field goals for Post. Gobert under 23.5 par. I don't know why. He never seems to put up any numbers against the Warriors, even though the Warriors don't have a guy over 6'7". And then the last few plays here, Will Richard over 1.5 steals and blocks. Good plus money on that one available as well. And Anthony Edwards, 1+ block. All right, that's going to run down college basketball, NBA basketball for Monday, January 26th. If you like the content you see here, just do us a favor, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, share it with a friend, comment after the show. All of that stuff greatly appreciated. All of our episodes here on YouTube brought to you by the world's #1 sports betting app, Outlier. There is a 7-day free trial link in the comment section and the YouTube channel page. Make sure you check that out as well. I'm so confident you're going to love it. They're going to give you 7 days for free, and our private Discord channel available. Get all of our bets early, unit sizes, plus tons of bonus material. Join a couple 100+ members who love doing the same thing you do, sports wagering. Have some fun on there. Get all of our plays. There's going to be multiple cappers dropping in stuff as well. We've got a couple, one or two that just drop in some parlays for all the parlay bettors. We give you tons of single wager plays that you can parlay together as well. For all of you looking to do that, make sure you check out that Discord. Well worth the time and investment. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and look forward to seeing you on our next episode.